Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with CandiWare, and today we're going to be making a little Lucky Charms ring. Now this guy is super fun and adorable, not as easy, but I hope you will have fun making this little one with me, so let's get right into it. So first we're going to be taking some Sahara clay, and this is the color we'll be using for all of these cereal bits. So we're going to roll it into a long snake, and you need this type of snake for most of the cereal also. So we're going to be taking our X-Acto knife and cutting off the excess because we want something that looks relatively nice. And then we're going to be making a triangle shape. And then you can cut off the rest and put the two pieces together, and then the excess that you have, you can just put it right in the middle there, and then just cut off the little tip, and this is the bell that we've made. Number 1 cereal done. Next, we are going to be making that teardrop shape, so we're gonna just loop this around, and then as you can see, you just pull out the two ends, or I guess it kind of looks like a fishy, huh? Anyways, and then that's all there is to it for that one. I would love to know what each of them are, so if somebody knows, please leave it in the description box below. So we're going to be following the same step as the first one, making a triangle shape. And this time we're going to be making an extended bell, really, because we're going to be putting, again, a little bit coming out of the middle here. And then once we cut this off, what we're going to be doing is just adding another piece at the very bottom and cutting that off. And there it is, some type of little arrow thing, I'm not sure. Next we're going to be making, to me it looks kind of like an X, but it's just little balls that are placed together, I find to be the easiest way to make this. So anyways, yeah, so we're going to be making the little X ball thing. So you're just going to be putting 3 or 4 little pieces together, and there it is. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the marshmallows. First we're going to be starting with the little moon. So you're going to be needing little mini cutters for this, and I just bought these on Etsy. I have it in the link below for the kit on all the items. So we're going to be using the round cutter, and you're just going to cut a little small circle out of some flattened clay, and then, sorry about that, eventually it goes into focus, there we go. We're going to be making the half moon shape, and with its little nose protruding out, so you're just going to use your little cutter to cut that away, and there it is. And next I have these Lucky Charm hats. Now I've already previously made this, so I'm just going to be drawing it afterwards on some paper to show you how I do this. But I've made so many of them that, yeah, so I've even baked it, so hence why it's hard, and then you can just cut it out, and it's his little shamrock hat. And there we go. So how I made this: first, you're going to be just putting 4 little balls of clay together that are the darker green color, so pretend the colored in purple is the darker green. And then you're going to cover the area with lighter color of green, and then you're going to just squish it down. It's caning, so you're just going to squish it down until you get to the proper size you want, and then where I have those little arrows is where you would indent to make the little hat look like a little hat. So that's generally how you do it. If you need more help than that, please message me. So now we're going to be making this shooting star. So we just cut out a flower, but then from the little flower cutout we're going to cut off the little tips so that it has the star shape and it's not so rounded. So once you have that all cut out, you can just make a long snake of the same color of orange, and then also cut out a long snake of white, and then we're going to be adding white to either side because this is the tail of the shooting star. So just make sure you have it that looks something like this, and then we're going to mold it into the star. So you're just going to lightly push it in place. And then I like to cut off the ends in the same type of shape that the star has. And then you can bake that. Now we're going to be working on the rainbow, so we've got our 3 colors, and then I like to use a dotting tool just to hold it in place. And then you can just use your X-Acto knife and cut off the excess, and then that's good to bake. Now we're going to be working on the balloon, so we're going to be using our circle cutter again. Just take off the excess, pinch it so it's more of a teardrop shape, and then use your toothpick on either end to just add an indent so that it looks more like a balloon, and then that's ready to bake. And now we've got the heart, so I've just got a heart little mini cutter, so that one's super easy. And then we have them all done. So you want to bake those for about 5 minutes just so that they're a little hard. And now we're going to be taking our little bowl and adding in some scrap clay. After we've done that, you're going to be adding in some Sculpey translucent liquid Sculpey with some chalk pastel in white so that it actually has some color. And then you're going to mix that all up, and once it's all mixed you can add a generous amount inside your cup to cover all of your scrap clay that you just added in. So just use a toothpick and move it around, and then start adding in all of your little minis. I like to also add a little bit to the spoon. This is definitely optional, but I think it's adorable, so why not? Then I added a little bit more once I was happy with the placement of all of the Lucky Charms, and then I'm taking off a little bit of the excess clay with a clean Q-tip, and then I add it on the spoon, and then it's time to bake according to your clay's instructions. After that you can add some gloss if you wish, and then just make sure everything is secure with some glue. After that we're going to be adding it to a ring base because this is a ring charm. And there's your very own Lucky Charms ring.